So you're not going to believe this, but the Le Creuset Factory to Table Sale, the FTT, is coming to the outlet stores this weekend. You don't have to worry about getting a ticket. You don't have to drive all over town. You don't have to go to their pop-up sale. It's 40% off in the outlet this weekend. Factory to Table, Le Creuset. We're going. Let's go get in the car and see what they have. Okay, it's pretty packed in there today. That's okay. It's 4th of July weekend, so a lot of people are out and about having a good old time, just like we are. I kind of thought I wanted the enamel on steel, but I don't know if I want them. Look at, they got pink. These are like $85, and I don't think they're on sale. I do want that Alpine. Oof, that thing is beautiful. This is sawtooth for $1.99. That's pretty cool. So everything on the wall is regular price. And only these in the middle are 40%. I did find a brazier that I like, this marble. But it's like $400, 25% off. It's beautiful. These have like a two cup measuring cup. Those are sweet, and they got gold.
We're doing the pre-buying inspection, right? Kind of like a car.
Make sure no scratches or dents. Okay. So I wanted to tell you about our little trip to the outlet. Here's our shopping cart. So we did pick up something, right? But, so yesterday when I called the outlet, they told me that the FFT is going on in the outlet and everything in the store was 40% off. And like the stoneware was 50% off and they had some 60% off. And they said, get down here fast because half of our store has been sold out because of the FTT. And I was like, okay, right? So we went down there today. That was yesterday. We went down there today. And as you saw, they only had some 40% off on some tables in the middle. And most of it was like limited to Caribbean because they're discontinuing that color. None of the stoneware was on sale at all. None of the other stuff was on sale. The key pieces that I was looking for, it was a bust, right? So I went down there on misinformation and I was talking to the clerk and she was like, who said that? Kind of like she knows who said it, but yeah, that wasn't exactly, they weren't on the up and up about that. But I did manage to sneak over to the Williams-Sonoma Outlet because a lot of times I can get a better price over there. So let's take a look at what I saw over there. So look where I ended up. They actually have better prices than the Creuset store. They got some Tucci. That's what I'm going to get. Some Tucci. I've seen this somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. But I think it was recently.
Well, I mean, obviously, you didn't say goodbye to all your little hard-earned money, right?
Yeah, I'm over in Williams-Sonoma. I'm over in Williams-Sonoma because I didn't like those prices over there. Prices, whoa, look at this. Look at this deep.
They're always high. And
So as you can see, a lot of times I can get better prices on cast iron at the Williams-Sonoma Outlet than I can at their own store, right? They run these sales 40 to 50% off of cookware. All their cookware was 50% off. So some of those pieces were like marked, you know,
well, you had that lavender one for $420.
$420, but it's 50% off. So it's like $200, right?
You're never going to get that.
No, you're never going to get over there. It's going to be $300, $350 over there at the outlet. So you never know. The outlet's not always the best place to go, right? But all their cookware was 50% off, and I wanted some Stanley Tucci. I got a green pan before, but I didn't get, it was just a green pan. It wasn't Stanley Tucci. So,
Well, they were limited what they had last time.
yeah, they had it this time. They actually had a whole set that's normally like $1,300 at Williams-Sonoma. It's $800 marked down on the outlet price, and it was 50% off. So it was like $400 for a full set. But it had some pieces that I didn't really think that I would use. It had like a stock pot with the insert. I already had that. It had a lot of pieces that I didn't have. I wanted some specialty pieces, and that's what I got.
And these weren't in it.
No. So I got the 12-inch fry pan. I got this is a 4-quart Stanley pan. And the only color they had was fig. So it's like this purplish, dark purplish color. So that's what these are. Let's get them out of the box. So these are Stanley Tucci pans made by Green Pan. So they're ceramic nonstick. If you aren't familiar with Stanley Tucci, he played Paul Child in the Julie and Julia movie, right? Plus he's amazing. So this is the 12-inch fry pan with the lid. It's made by Green Pan. It's made in Italy. It has, like I said, none of those forever chemicals. When you're talking about ceramic nonstick, sometimes there's a lot of junky stuff out there. Green Pan is one of the first that was doing this, and they're one of the best, right? These are Williams-Sonoma exclusives, I believe. So it has a glass lid. It's got a gold handle. It says it's induction ready, and it's plasma laser treated. Whatever that is, right?
Right.
Tucci by Green Pan. Whoa, 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 whoa. So we got a little booklet here showing us how to use the pan. We got another thing here. These are so interesting because they have such an interesting design. So here's the lid. Look at that. Look at the handle on the lid. That's pretty cool, huh? And here is our pan. Oh my gosh. It is heavy. Green Pan makes amazing pans. Whoa. Look at this. So here is the pan. Here is the handle. Look at this baby. This is sweet. This pan is not just like, here's the pan, but the design is so interesting. Look at that. I love it. The beautiful gold handle and the helper handle. And that's the color when you say it's fig, it's really dark. So it kind of almost looks like, I thought it was a black.
It's kind of a bluish purple.
Yeah. And it has this little protector. And here's the lid for this. Look at that. Whoa, I love the design on this cookware. You know, sometimes it is, when you get something that's really good quality, but it's really innovative looking design on it, it's sweet. Look at that. Look at the upright handle and look at this handle. I love these. Thank you, Boo.
I bought them for you?
Yeah. This is called the Stanley pan, and it's sort of like that, except it's kind of like a giant saucier. Whoa, the lid is heavy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I think I opened this one in the store. And this is, it's like a saucier. So it's a little more belly to it. This is a 4-quart. Look at that. Look at this pan, Stanley. These are amazing. Look at how beautiful that is. That is absolutely gorgeous. And we have our lid here. Whoa. I really think these are some of the most beautiful pans that I have. Look at the beautiful helper handles. Look at the beautiful helper handles. My gosh. I want to cook with these. These are amazing. It's the back side. I love these. I got a heck of a deal on them. So these were, this one was this one was $179, so it was 50% off of that. And this one was...
One of them was $250.
No, the $250 was a bigger one of this.
Oh.
I got the small. They have a 6-quart. This is the 4.5. So this was $179. This one was $219. So, like, yeah, I got $200. I got both of these. I love them. Stay tuned. You're going to see these bad boys because I absolutely love them. These are, the looks of them are one of the most beautiful cookware that I have. So I really wanted to I was going to get that marble brazier, and I was going to get one other piece, and it would have been pretty expensive because that brazier wasn't on special. And she got it for me. We got in line. There was a big line. It was so hot. And I said, I'm going to go outside and sit on this bench. And when I was out there, I was kind of irritated because I was like, you know, they told me that the whole store was on sale. And when I got there, it was something totally different. I was irritated at that point. So I just said, I got on my phone. Eric was in line and I called him and I was like, come on, let's go. And he was like, what?
I was shocked.
I was like, let's go. So he came out and I was like, let's go. And he was like, don't you want to go back and buy him? I'm like, no, let's go. Let's go in here. So we swooped into Williams-Sonoma. And even though I was disappointed because I really kind of wanted that brazier, I'm really happy.
They had much better deals.
Yeah, much better deals. They had stove. They had a lot of Creuset. They don't have all those kind of pieces. They had all the thermoclad. They had all kinds of stuff.
They had their own brand.
Yeah, so it turned out to be a win for me. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for joining us on the trip, and stay tuned because we're going to cook in these bad boys.